Everybody, it's me again, John King, Dark Rouge underscore King. Just gonna call me King. Today we're gonna be doing blue-white control again, but this time the Yorion version. I just felt like I had a struggle with like what to pick and what to cut and things like that, and so I was thinking, why not just play the Yorion version? I don't really have to decide. Um, I still want to try Teferi. He's been kind of underwhelming, honestly. I feel like he's a good push forward. If you're doing well, he kind of snowballs pretty fast. You get about 3 turns of him unchecked, and you're gonna win. But I mean, you could probably say that about the majority of planeswalkers, right? Something I wanted to try out was a main deck, Fate Feathers. I was losing to a lot of like aggro decks, green decks, things like that. I wasn't really losing to the other control decks much. It was mostly aggro beatdown. So um, the one card I am scared of is Ugin. I feel like Ugin is really good against the Yorion balance value decks in general, and I just feel like Dovin's Veto is the best answer because even if they have counter spells, they put Ugin on the stack, you counter it, they don't have a chance to do anything else. Trying a Dream Trawler in the sideboard kind of as the fourth Archon, honestly, because I think Archon's a better card in general because Dream Trawler gets countered pretty easily by Veto, but when you're in the long game and you're kind of trying to figure out, kind of like the 6 mana sorcery that seems to just take all the cards, the non-creature cards from your hand. Can't remember the name of it. Actually, I'll look it up right now. Thought Distortion. Thought Distortion is cast against me quite a bit last stream, and I felt like when I had Archon and Yorion in hand and they cast this, even if they took some of my other cards, these are actually my win cons. And usually I already have a few Omens in the battlefield, things like that. So it's not the end all be all. There's a lot of random combos going around with like Revenge and the other big, I think it's 7 mana. Maybe I haven't collected it yet. Peer into the Abyss, but I just don't think they're very good. Trying to resolve a giant sorcery for the win just doesn't seem like a winning position to me. Jim Davis actually was streaming today with a Esper control deck with a combo in it, and I feel like the issue with that is you're kind of like how many combo pieces you run. I think that Revival Revenge in like a, I think I remember seeing him with an Esper Humans or Hero Prince 1 deck, and kind of had the combo as like an okay element, like getting back a hero. Seems better to me than this with a control deck. If this can be kind of like part of your game plan and the combo is kind of like whoopsie, I just win, I do like that, and I feel like probably off stream I'm gonna do my best to put that together and try to mess with it a bit. But right now we're gonna do a few games of this, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. It's my first YouTube video. I'm gonna see how it goes. In the comments, I would really like, advice, things that I could work on. Yeah, let's get going. We're gonna be playing pretty serious today because today's like the last day I'll be able to play a lot. Um, the ranking slows down. I'm at 99%, so I'm really gonna try to focus on these. Oh, you can see my cat on the bed. His name is Hero. He's just chilling there. Pretty good starting hand here. Trying to get down Narset as soon as possible here. Feel like they're just trying to value me out. I'm gonna play this because I don't need this to resolve. Bottom of these, I'm looking for a Wrath if he has a Narset. Either Gus is pretty much perfect. Makes me feel like I might not be playing Narset next turn into a Nissa. Because really he doesn't have, he's played ramp. He's played a lot of ramp. 4, 5, 6. So if he Nissas, I don't have a counterspell for Ugin. I still think it's Narset though. It might even be Narset not minus. So that way it survives a Nissa. It's either that or leave up either Gust, Cone, or whatever. I think it's Narset. The question is, do I minus? He doesn't play any kill spells. He has a lot of random Uros, Growth Spirals. I actually think I won't. I don't need more cards. I just need Narset to survive. Pretty decent turn for him there. He was able to basically still ramp, even though the majority of his good ramp spells cause him to draw cards. It would have turned up in Narset. Now if he has a nuke, and even if I get rid of the Nissa, it's still not good. So because that's the case, I'm going to try to find one of my 2 case Dovin Vetoes, I think. And that way I can keep up Aether Gust and Dovin's Veto. I wasn't able to do that. Let's take a Shatter. I think I'm going to get a Teferi. 5. I can't let him Uro next turn. I think it's just leave up Aether Gust. If he has an Ugin, I don't think there's anything I can do against it anyway. If that's the case, I think I actually Aether Gust Narset. I think I need Aether Gust Narset after he draws. And then if he Uros, Glass Casket's pretty good too. Yeah. So end turn, let him draw. Aether Gust Narset. Now, what sucks about this is he's still going to be able to cast Ugin if he has it, and then we have to basically draw ECD. I mean, we do have this, and that does stop Ugin, actually. I forgot about that. I wanted to try Fae Feathers, and it being able to actually deal with Planeswalkers is something I didn't really think about. So here, it's pretty easy to... so... 5 mana, I want a double spell. I could Narset in case he's another draw spell. Not. No, only 5 mana, it's not gonna work. If that's the case, I want a Teferi. Minus on the land. Glass Casket. Sorry if you Ugin minuses, this just dies. I think this is a glitch, or like a bug, because we knew about the one Narset, we didn't know about multiple Narsets, so we don't know what this card actually is. Scoos, huh? It's fine. So, because he's playing to the board, I'm kind of tempted to not Wrath right now, and just Wrath maybe after another land or two. Plays pretty scared into an Ugin, but I know I keep saying Ugin a lot, it's just like the actual worst that he could do. So right now I can 3 and a 3. So I could Narset. Not minus. Omen. Chump. Next turn Wrath. I need to fade another turn, but I think this makes it so he draws less cards, sees less cards, that kind of stuff, so I think it's fine. I just don't want him to get too much value, draw too many cards. It's a good start. Seems a little odd to me. Because now Narset's not going to take any damage. No, he could be doing this. Actually, I'm not sure why he did that. Yeah, okay. We do have a Faith Feathers here. Can kill his creatures. I need a land. So I can Faith Feathers and Teferi. Maybe Faith Feathers and... I'm gonna go for the greedy play, because I don't think we win if we do this the normal way. Yeah. Sure.
Stand by and watch. Let's try this.
Did not get there.
I'll show you straight. Here we go. Harder the worse. My flames run beyond perception.
So if we draw land, we can Shatter and Faith Feathers. The only thing that sucks is he's still gonna have Anissa. Chant permanent, can attack or block, activities can be activated. I just need ECD, honestly. If I get an ECD, I can start slowly dealing with these and flicker them and deal with them. I'm not sure if I have time, but... So now I can Faith Feathers Wrath. That is a good question. I think it's gonna have to be... All this does is... Yeah, it has to be, yeah. Because you could minus and get rid of it. Gaining 4 is pretty good. I still think we need an ECD or two to get out of this, but... Let's see what we can do. Either guy seems pretty good against you. I have more on my sideboard. Question is, do I bring in any other counterspells? I think the answer is no. I think it's 4 Aethergust, 4 Dovin's Veto. Seems fine. Oh, you finest. Huh. Did we ever see his hand? Did we know about the second Nissa? Maybe it wasn't a bug? But I'm gonna do probably one more draw step and call this a game. Because I don't know what we could draw and what sequence we can get out of this. He's got a lot of bad cards. He's ramping into pretty good cards, so. Wow. Yep. Good. Yeah, no reason to show that. Going to game 2. Well, let's go. Okay. I was actually impressed by the Fae Feathers. It's kind of like a bad ECD. Do we go up then? Do we 1-for-1 him here? I'm gonna bring the second one in, see how it goes. Okay, what did I see? How do I beat an Ugin? I don't think I can once it resolves. If that's the case. So counter spells, draw cards, ECD, Sharknado. Do we 1-for-1 him with the glass caskets? I think I need some number of these. Instead of trying to play like a Wrath game, I think I like being more of an aggressor. And then if he animates his lands, oh god, I can't bounce those. Yeah, I guess it's disputes. They counter. Um, they counter his early stuff, and they actually can counter Ugin. So. Kind of rushed a little toward the end there, but. This is actually fine. I was thinking in my head that I like the idea of being more of an aggressive after sideboard, but I was hoping to have like a dispute or two in the meantime. Just gonna ditch a land. I kind of guess I did forget to mention that because we're playing 80 cards, we can get some cool lands in here. I think Radiant Fountain's really good. I don't really think we're gonna win this if we don't draw like Narset next turn or something, because we have to shut down his value town. Just not good enough. Just straight up not good enough. I'm gonna be jamming Archon. Probably Archon, depending on what he plays, Archon. And then Faith Feathers, but we'll see. He's not ramping as hard this game, which is good. I have 12 counters in here, and I really need to draw one, like, now. Yeah, not very likely. Wow, this kinda sucks. Even though I really want to jam another Archon, I have to go with the actual value. Nice. Top both those. Cannot Ugami next turn, which is good.
Right on schedule. Trust me, I have a plan.
Sure. ECD is pretty good against that. I feel like him trying to be aggressive here, when I'm trying to be aggressive, is actually going to really go in my favor.
We will meet again.
Land me. Okay. So go with a more expensive one. You got it.
Matter of time.
I don't think he realized that he kind of wins the long value town. Like, he's the one with the Ugin, he's the one with the Cavalier of Thorns. I think he misplayed his match there. At the very least, you know, last few turns. Nothing to get back. Huh, so if I ECD, I can keep the aggression up. If I Yorion, I get more value. Huh. I think it's actually Yorion. Even though I really want ECD, I think it's Yorion. Just gonna get two more guys, exile that. No attacks. So he's gonna have 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you could. He could Ugin me next turn, which kind of sucks. I kind of want both these. It's fine. I do have answers to Ugin. It's just gonna wipe my board. It's gonna wipe his board too. Sweet. Doesn't have it. Let's go. Did he have 2 Ugins now? Yeah, he said 2 Ugins. I think they run the full 4. Let's go white here, because my hand's mostly white anyway. And this is where I can go 4-3, so it's going to be Faith Feathers, Omen. Cannot attack or block. It's at 3, so I end the turn. I think it's Ugin or bust at this point, but could be wrong. Been wrong before. Might be going to a game 3. Yeah. Aether Gust, Omen, Dovin's Veto. Dispute seems really good. I feel like Shatter is kind of a trap. Actually don't think Shark Typhoon is where I want to be. I want the Borrowers. Take a Birth, hit a land drop. Throw in an Omen. Scoos is not good. Spot do the Shark Typhoon or Dream Trawler. I feel like regardless of how this plays out, I'm gonna be like hoping that he doesn't have Ugin the majority of the time. I think I'm actually gonna play one casket. Game 3, I need to win this. Let's go. Better than my last hand. Wow. Okay, so your third land, drop, cultivate. So I get to resolve my Teferi, which is nice. Question is, so I'm gonna plus it. This makes it so he doesn't have kill spells. So he's gonna Nissa attack, and then I can either Faith Feathers. No, I can't do that. Attack or block. Maybe Archon. He can Ugin this turn. So I need to. think I need to let him cast the Ugin. No, I don't have Wrath. I can't let her. Well, I can't let Nissa take over. So I let him untap. I really want to counter a spell though. He probably plays more green spells. If I play Archon, and he does not have Ugin, I win, I think. I think that... He kept two-lander. Straight to attacks, huh? It's fine. You got it. I am going to... either gust this now. This way you can't respond to it. And now this way when he plays another miss I can counter it. Let's go. Holy. I guess the one downside to a Yorion build is it doesn't matter if there's 4 in here. Chance of finding one's a lot smaller. It's okay, here we go again. Never not dead to a Ugin. Never not dead to an Ugin. I should have played Yorion because if he wants to kill it, he has to minus. He's gonna minus now, but like, he would have had to minus 5. Interesting. So I didn't really think about that. Well, on match number 2. Faith Feathers sticking around, I guess, is a negative. I didn't really think he would bring in enchantment removal. I need another way to deal with an Ugin that's resolved. Interesting. Gaining control of it is a possibility. I could just play my own. I could play Inevitable. It might be right, just play my own. So I just fight the good fight. Cause so this is just like poke at his Ugin, he would poke at mine. Or I would have to like minus his board. Then he'd be able to kill mine. Hmm. I think just Ugin resolving in general is the downside of this deck, so maybe more counters. Is there anything to like count colorless or anything? Colorless. This comes down and kills it. Destroy target, colors, non-land permanent. Maybe we're supposed to make this USA colors? Huh. So like he would come down, wipe my board. Do I want Cavalier? Do I want Ugin? I'll try one Ugin. Yeah, I could see myself making this deck more of a like true control deck, and then sideboarding into the creature version. That way you're not as soft as Ugin as you are, and run some actual counter spells and stuff, and not be just a tap out. Tap out value deck. Although that is my favorite aspect of the deck. It's hard to do that with Ugin running amok. Sure. Maybe I'm supposed to run some number of normal 8-drop Ugin in this, actually. and then be more of a controlling shell. I could see that. And just have it as like, you know, board wipe, you know, 5 and 6 or 5, 6, and 7. I should have cast this, probably. And this is probably bad here. This might be good. Ramping real fast to Ugin does seem like the thing to be doing right now, and if you're more of a controlling deck in that environment, you're going to want to run counters main deck for it, and not just, you know, 1 or 2 Dovin's Veto and hope for the best, cross your fingers. If we own 2 against this guy, if it just doesn't feel that competitive, I could see myself kind of dumping this for a second. Kind of going back to square one a little bit. This should say exile. I'm sure he's running, so I assumed a shark here. Sorry, I should have been talking. So the 3/3 shark's not that scary. He didn't do it. I'm sure an ECD is running, or he's just gonna jam the shark, 6 mana. I don't know what else it could be. I feel like he kind of missed an opportunity for a shark. That's what he's trying to do. You could do 4/4 Crisis here, I guess. And that makes it so I have to respond. Teferi. Teferi's fine. What are you leaving up? Veto? Six. It's fine. I don't feel like giving an opportunity for his veto if that's what he has. Yeah, you should have cast that Shark Needle a little while ago. I need to discard a card. So I get to play Ugin, kill something, I guess? Or I could... Archon. Play Ugin plus. Like Ugin actual plus goes to 5. It takes 4. Phase out. You could kill it if you phase out the creature. Make it so he has to cast Nissa again. If I either Gust, he just puts it on top. It's literally going to be the same thing, except for this way he gets a draw step. Don't get me wrong, I don't want him to get a draw step, but I think this way is fine.
This might be a bad idea.
There's two ways I kind of want to take this control shell. One is to more counter spells, less tap out, and kind of stay blue-white, maybe blue-white-red. And the other way is like a Bant version where you're running more of a tap out control, but you ramp up to Ugin. So you play your Gross Files, you play your Uros, you play Ugin, but you still have like, you know, Wrath, things like that, value. I think those decks have some future. I don't think the tap out white-blue control deck that's behind is very good anymore. I think that Faith Feathers deserves to be in the sideboard. It's still good. I think it's gonna be played in standard.
Let's slow this down. I've got time.
No, minus that, or put that on bottom. Scrybug, so he should phase out my creature here. Why can I not respond to this? Oh, because it's Teferi. The other Teferi. So if I play Narset, I get to search for a Wrath or do something. It's either Aether Gust on Euro. I think it's just hope he doesn't have anything good. Play Narset, try to get a Wrath. No, it's Elspeth. It's gotta be Elspeth's Conquers Death. The only reason this Yorion loop thing got good in the first place was probably because of ECD. What is this again? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, make a 2/2. If this is a 1 of, I'm fine with it. Any more than that, no. So get to Omen for a Wrath.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Man. This has been rough. This has been rough.
I've got it.
If he has nothing, like I get that he's siphoning through his deck super fast, but like I get that he's siphoning through his deck super fast, but look, he's setting up for more of a foundation, and I get this. I get why he did this. But like, I don't know. But like, I just feel like it wasn't needed. Like he could have. I just feel like it wasn't needed. Like he could have. Maybe it's fine. It's not like I have time to ECD it anyway. It's not like I have time to ECD it anyway. It's Wrath or Bust at this point. It's Wrath or Bust at this point. Maybe I can survive. Maybe I can survive. So 6. So 6. I probably should have played Hallowed Fountain. I was gonna do this. I probably should have played Hallowed Fountain. Sure. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, I'm dead. I need more counter spells in here. I need more counter spells in here. If this deck is trying to survive, it needs to be more of a counter spell and less of a Yorion. I might take a short break after this and build up. Either a Jeskai version. I'm kind of tempted to do more of a Bant version. I feel like, you know, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing. I feel like playing Girl Spiral is just something that you need to be doing right now. I wonder if I could fit Nis or Narset into that build. This is funny. Interesting. So he has some sort of counters. It's fine. And what am I worried about here? I guess it's next turn I'll get Yorion. Like, I get my hands really bad, but he's gonna have all reaction just like me. It's fine. Good target for ECD. Really? So he has a dispute, is what that is saying, basically.
I'll protect you.
So, do I play around dispute? Or Dovin's Veto? Because this beats dispute, but not Dovin's Veto. I think this is fine. Make him cast Dovin's Veto.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Let's go. Maybe I got a chance for us to do a game 3. I gotta draw some Planeswalkers. Some reason not to do like the 80 card version is because it's less likely to find your key cards.
If you wish to surrender, keep an open mind.
So I just have to remember he has dispute. Wow, I'm gonna have to ECD or ECD. It's a nice game we play. Hmm. That sucks.
Hone your prowess.
It's funny.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Kind of over this, honestly. I just don't really see us even winning this. His deck has Hydro Crisis. His deck is literally our deck with ramp, and I think that's kind of where you want to be. I understand, like, we're not winning, or he's not, like, actually winning right now, but
I know 88 ways meditate and prepare.
I just feel like we're barely holding on.
I've got time.
And I get that I took Dovin's Veto, but I think I was dead to most things that would punish anyway.
You're a mighty warrior. I can see you. I have practiced against many foes.
Having a bunch of reaction cards with the Teferi on is like the actual worst. I didn't cut my Sharknadoes, did I? I hope not. If I was him, I would bounce Yorion, because it's really not that big of a deal. Kill Narset, slam your giant spell, call it a day. My cat's making a ruckus back there. Like, literally our deck. Just the ramp. I guess he's not playing Yorion, which is kind of like what I was talking about, how playing Yorion tap out is not good in an Ugin environment.
This
So if you want to play that long, grindy game, you need that finisher. It's not like the mana's bad in 3 colors anyway. The mana's worse in 2 colors, to be honest. There's nothing I can do here. I'm gonna call it short on this. I just think running this is gonna just run me into the ground. Finished 0-2. Yesterday we finished even. I feel like it was a struggle. I think that this deck and its current composition needs to be fixed. Let's go back and look at the deck real quick. Probably cut this, take a short break, get back on, and show how I would fix this deck. Probably by changing its colors a little bit. There's splash red, splash green. Red would be for earlier sweepers, which honestly doesn't even sound that good, honestly. Without the Luca agent, I think you just splash green, just get that early ramp in, and that way you can play your big Ugins. But if you're not doing that, cut all your Archons, maybe have like one Omen, feel like all the Gus have to be in the sideboard. Because you need actual good counter spells, which is the 3-mana one. Absorb. So you want to run like an actual, like. I don't think you even need a Brazen Borrower. Veto. I'd probably go up a Veto. So 3 vetoes. Actually, one's in the sideboard, right? Birth, Omen, Absorb, Teferi. What's the one that can counter on Krasis? This thing? If you're running more control-y, I actually could see like some number of mystical disputes in the main as well. And also, if you're doing this, your Dream Trawler probably should be in the main. And then cut some number of Yorion. Because you can't jam it on 5, you have to keep your counters up. But resetting Narset does sound pretty appealing. Maybe it's supposed to be one Archon in the whole. Because it kind of takes over really fast. I'm not sure. I think it's Dream Trawler if it's going to be a one of. Because it sounds like a core strategy. Let's see here, 35. 35 lands is fine. Oh, I completely forgot about this card. Third for Thirst for Knowledge. The threes are pretty clogged here. Is there a good draw spell in blue? I think there's the creature, right? 3-mana creature. Guys in the Wizened. It's like if you can kind of, shatter, do everything, and then redraw with Gathers. Nah, I think Yorion's just better. Resetting your planeswalkers instead of trying to rely on this. Yeah, if I was gonna try this again, this is kind of where I would end up. Yeah, if I was gonna try this again, this is kind of where I would end up. I think that I need. I think that I need. Maybe like an Archon on the sideboard. I think it's better than Faith Feathers. I think it's better than Faith Feathers. The question is, this last slot, should it be another Shatter? Another Shatter? I think it should be Faith Feathers. I think it should be Faith Feathers. I'm just excited to put this on a questing piece, honestly. I'm just excited to put this on a questing piece, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna save this as a version 2. Maybe try it a little bit later. But yeah, we did a few rounds there with this. This is the one I did yesterday to I think it was a 4-4 finish or something like that. Maybe like 5-5. It's basically the exact same thing, just the 60 card version. It did fine, but I felt like we were grinding so hard for every win, every inch, every mile. And this one, I actually, I think it's better because when you have this in your hands and you can like pay 3 mana to put it in your hand but still keep counters up, I think that's fine, and it's just an 8th card in your hand, just like why they were playing companions before. Yeah, I'm probably going to try this deck sometime later, but I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back with probably a Bant version, which I think might even be better than that version. Please look for that on YouTube and Twitch. Talk to you later.